shout outs. People ask me for shout outs, so shout out to my teacher from high school, Miss Carmen. She always been asking for it since I was in high school, so there you go.
What did she teach you?
She was
subjects?
She helped us in gym. She was like one of our gym teachers.
What did she teach you?
Jim.
A lot. You know, she helped me with the mile run, some push-ups. She would help me get in shape. You know, so my muscles are a tribute to her.
Was she tougher on you than Coach Stack, or?
No, I'm not gonna say that. You know, Coach Stack's pretty scary, but she had a different way of teaching.
What do you think of the format of this game on Saturday?
I think it's a good format. I think we'll get a lot of reps in, get to see everybody play, and it's easier. It'll be an easier way to rotate and seeing guys work good on good instead of splitting guys up. Sometimes everybody doesn't get the rep count, and you're trying to manage between team and team. So now Coach Collins can coach all the DBs and not worry about, well, I'm on blue, so I don't really see what the guys on the white team is doing if he's making adjustments and things like that. So things of that nature make it a good format.
Saw a bit of back and forth between you and Bub. Friendly though, because like you guys were shaking hands afterwards, but also talking trash. What's that rivalry like? How has he challenged you this year?
A big rivalry. Like I said before, like he's a bigger guy, so he's one of those guys I like to go with because he's stronger than me and he gets physical. So I try to encourage him. So you know you got to talk to him and make him get motivated to like try to bully me, basically trying to play a little bit of mind games. But it's always fun going against Bub. He works so hard. I can't wait to see the work get put in that come out in the season. I messed that all up.
We just talked to Jake Cradle. He mentioned Jake McConaughey's blocking has been really good. I mean, are these receivers like anxious to get physical with you guys to block in all these run sets?
Well, let's clarify, he's not getting physical with me. But nah, Jake, we talk about it in our room. Like, yeah, he's made leaps and bounds. Jake's had a phenomenal spring. Not just blocking, his catching, he's really looking the ball in. His route running, he gets on your toes from releases. His growth this spring has been amazing, and he's had a great spring. But yeah, blocking, he's definitely been aggressive, good blocks, and you know we work shock and control things. But he's definitely one of those guys you want to go with when it comes to blocking.
Why has the defense won the first couple of scrimmages?
We just try to bring our energy. In the first scrimmage, that was their first live action in the offense. They were starting to gel. They were starting to click together. So they were learning each other and getting to see each other without the coaches in their ear and not making decisions for them, but just out there freely playing. And us as an experienced unit, we played together. Coming back from the bowl game, we came back and we know each other, and we were just gelling well on defense. It was just more mature.
What makes Izzy or Polk so tough to guard sometimes as a freshman?
He's so quick, and he gets in and out of his breaks fast. He's got speed. He's a fluid receiver. Him, Lamar, those guys, they work really hard, and they complement each other really well. Izzy was in my workout group, and he just works really hard. He put his head down. He came in, reminded me of myself. He was a little guy when he got here, but over time you started to notice he started to put on muscles, and he started to move more weight around, and that confidence, just playing confident. I tell him when we're catching punts, I want to see you celebrating that. I want to see you make a play. And just knowing guys believe in him, I think, goes a long way.
I remember last year at the Virginia game when you and Marquez started with those pick sixes, you know, talking about how, hey, now it's your turn to get one. And I've noticed that you two have been pretty relaxed and pretty, you know, just having fun out there this spring. I mean, how do you two feed off of each other, and how has that relationship between the two of you grown over the years?
Great. When I got here, Quez was one of the first people to actually talk to me, him and Brandon. And I didn't say much. I was shy, so he was like, "Yo, come over to my house." And then I came to his house, and then one thing led to another, and we started hanging out, and we started texting, and we started talking, and it became every day. And it was on the field, and we started competing. Like when one makes a play, the other makes a play. And now that we're older, we're trying to help guys, and we're leading by example. And that example we're stressing this spring is having fun. Like you got to keep that the main goal. You got to make it back to when we were little kids. When we first started playing, we were just out there running around. And it was just fun, and you were just balling, and you were doing what you love to do, and you kind of got to get back to that to stay keeping this fun and keep going.
You were shy?
Yeah, as a kid, I was terrible. I used to cry around my family members. I was terrible. Still am, kind of, but not too much. You know, try to get on my shell.
Do you, Marquez and AJ, feel a kind of responsibility to be kind of the leaders of the group because you've been here for a while and you have a lot of football behind you?
Yeah, for sure. But naturally, you know, leaders are born. So you naturally over time you just become a leader, and it starts to show the more and more comfortable you get. And like you said, the longer you've been here, I've been here now. This will be my third season, and you just grow into that role. And we've all grown into that role of leading someone, and that's what makes a team better, because it's our job for guys that are coming up in the next years. If they want to be good, then we got to teach them what we know so they can get in with a head start and be ahead of where we were when we got in.
Anything else for MJ?
What's going to be different this year about the secondary that now, even though you guys have so many of those same guys that are starting here?
Just the confidence and that swag. You got to have that confidence and that swag in the secondary, in any secondary. To play this position, you got to really like have a short memory and believe in yourself. Confidence is the biggest thing for any young kid that's playing corner, wants to be a corner or a safety. You got to have confidence and believe that when you step out there that you're the best, and that's what we try to implement in each other's heads. So confidence.
What do you think for those 4 safeties?
I see a lot of maturity. Vaughn, he's so mature, and those guys, they bring the classroom to the field. What they see on film, they're able to assess it and break it down, and then they go to the field, and it's not a lot of MAs. That is a big thing, being able to mentally slow the game down.
Has there been a moment that sticks out in your mind when you're watching your quarterback Phil Dracovic and how he's playing, where you were like, whoa, that's different, or he's like impressed you with the way that he's been able to make a throw or make a read when you guys were doing your job?
Yeah, him attacking me, that lets me know right there when one play and I looked at him right before the play. I was like, "You like this matchup?" I talk a lot, so I'll be messing with him, trying to get him to like respond, and he stayed composed. He didn't say nothing. He just dropped back. He threw it. Bub caught it, and I had nothing to say. And that right there just was you lets me know like he's calm. He's not gonna be rattled, and he stepped up when somebody challenged him.
I'll take Chris's question a little further. Overall, from the quarterbacks, you impressed with what you've seen from your end?
Definitely, I just love their competitive nature. Any guy, like being from Alacopa, a guy that competes and just has that fire, I love it. And they go about it. They go about it 2 different ways. Like Christian goes about it differently than Phil. Phil doesn't talk much. Christian doesn't talk much either. But he just carries. They both carry themselves differently. But it's a confident way that they carry themselves, and they're always ready to compete. And anytime a guy is willing to compete and giving their all, you're ready to go to war for a guy like that.
Who's the one guy on the team who isn't equipped but plays with a quick attitude?
Isn't equipped but plays with a quick attitude on the team now?
Yeah.
I would definitely, I could say Bub. He definitely would. He'd make it through a season now. The first guy I noticed, though, I gotta give a shout out, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett could make it in Alacopa any day.
Thank you, MJ.
Thanks, MJ.
Thanks, MJ.